Hello friends, this is Krishnamurthy. I am a student of Acupressure Healing Sciences and I am planning to start a new series called TCM Nuggets. It was my passion to understand the concepts of TCM with a scientific temper and to make meaning out of it. So that is why I am starting this series. Traditional Chinese medicine or TCM was developed more than 1500 years ago when there were no modern technologies or instrumentations available. So the ancient Chinese philosophers depended heavily on deep observations as well as their intuitive abilities to understand the functioning of the human body, and based on these intuitive abilities and observations, they developed the concepts of TCM methodology. The Chinese philosophers used the techniques of meditation to enhance their intuitive abilities. I would like to quote one of the most well-known scientific figures of the recent past, that is Albert Einstein. Einstein says that the intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. So this is to say that the intuitive abilities are a very rare and very valuable ability to have within. And this was the emphasis placed by one of the most respected scientists of our era. And this intuitive mind was the tool that the ancient Chinese philosophers used. Those who have a rational mind or a logical mind, they think in terms of steps. So this is a problem and the solution has to be reached in steps. So this is the first step and the result of first step will lead to the input for the second step, and the result of second step will lead to the third step, and so on and so forth. And in this sequential thinking, they reach solution. But whereas an intuitive mind somehow knows that for this problem, this is the solution. They bypass all these sequential steps and arrive at the solution with their intuitive abilities. There is a certain level of logic involved in intuitive mind also, but that level of logic is different than the logic which is used by a rational or a logical mind. This intuitive mind was a very needed part or a very essential thing in the ancient way of healing things. But in the modern times, there is a lot of emphasis on logical, rational, or a scientific way of thinking. Now we need to bridge this ancient way of thinking to the modern way of thinking. And this is what I am trying to achieve through this TCM Nuggets. So this is my humble effort to bring the intuition and logic, that is the ancient way of thinking, to the modern way of thinking, to bring these two closer to each other. Why did I choose the name TCM Nugget? Nugget is a small piece of or a small lump of gold found in a ready-to-use form in the earth. They are small, tiny lumps of gold, not in the form of ore, but in a ready-to-use form. Whereas I have named it as TCM Nuggets because I am trying to find small pieces of information or ideas which move the concepts of TCM closer to logic or rationality. These are small informations which makes tiny steps of improvement to closer to the logic. And these are, I consider, valuable information. I hope this series will bring out a lot of new information and lot of clarity in your understanding. Thank you very much.